This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Mesa Ridge model 427 BHS. I'm just going to go over some of the features. This is not a floor plan video or a sales video. It's just a how-to. Okay. So let me get going here. Okay, so you have an outside kitchen here. Start things off. And it has, let me see here. There we go. Everything is freezing cold here. It's a super cold day. Alright. So you've got a refrigerator, you've got running water, of course, and you've got a griddle. If I can get this up with one hand. There we go. So you have this griddle here. Okay. That's just a surface preparing area there. This door leads to your small two-piece bathroom. Okay. So, if you want to hook up a grill, there's a quick connect to the LP system. You can hang it right on this rail here if you chose to. This is the pass-through basement. You can see over there, that's your sprayer. There's some spray ports in this, probably two of them on the trailer, I would guess. So that's where the hose is. 3 20-pound LP tanks, so you still have 60 pounds. Two deep cycle marine batteries wired together as 12 volts. You just get double the storage capacity, which is a good thing because this has a power inverter on it. Okay. This is your water area. We're still cleaning up here, so there's a little bit dirty here, but you can basically, looking at these diagrams, you can set these 3 valves to run city water, to fill the tank, or to pump from the tank, also to winterize, which is where it is right now. So it does all those things from there. The coiled sprayer I just showed you goes right here. These two are black tank flushes. So you have a front black tank for the main bathroom, and then you have a smaller one in the rear. After you dump those, you can leave the valve open and hook the hose of the dump station up to these and spray out the inside of the black tank, which is a good thing. When it comes to filling your tanks or your city water, you do this right here. And these are your 2 front valves, okay? All right, this is your water heater. The switches to operate are inside, but keep in mind let me pull this off so you can see, hold on. There's a second switch for the electric heating element, which is right here. So it's on and off. Basically, this switch controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. So there are switches inside the trailer, but keep in mind that this one is right here. If you want to use the electric heating element, you got to flip that switch. This is your drain plug / anode rod, and it screws right in there. That's how you empty the tank. It takes 1 1/16" 6-point socket, and you'll also need a 3 or 8-inch extension plus a bar or a ratchet. But that's how you drain it. Low point drains here. Regular drain. Now you can see the white lever there. There's another one. Moving down. I don't know if I can see them all. Oh, here's 2 more. Here's your other black and your gray. These are both for the small bathroom. Okay. Black is, of course, toilet water and waste. Gray is sink and shower water. Now, when I said that other one, that's actually for the fresh water tank. The white one we saw. Let me look for it right there. That's to drain your fresh water tank if you need to. Okay. So you got a ladder, which is great because the manufacturer states you should check your roof every 90 days. So you want to inspect it every 90 days. Make sure there's no cracking or separation in the sealant, so water can't get in. Make sure there's no damage to the roof or any of the attachments by low branches, that sort of thing. Just give it a good inspection, and if you see anything, take care of it immediately. course, that housing there tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera. So you can always add a backup camera if you choose to. Basically, after it's hooked up, when you turn on your running lights, there is no backup circuit in the trailer, so when you turn your running lights on, it activates the camera. You can use it to back up and or even leave it on when you're going down the road if you choose to. Okay. Let me get in here. Now, you've got, let me get some more light here, hold on. You've got two different ways when it comes to to control things. You got this touch panel here. Okay, so let's just go to devices so we can see. Back to home, I guess. There we go. So you can control your leveling from here. This also has an auto leveling system, a 6-point system. There's a switch outside that does basic functions. It'll you can return it to hitch height and auto level from it, which are the two most basic functions, the ones you'll use all the time. Or you can use this one in here, and it just has more options. So there, push the wrong button there. There we go. Everything is ice cold in here, so I just got it heating up right now. But you can see here, you can do auto level and auto hitch height. I don't know if you can see that very well. But for example, if you need to do things manually, you can scroll down to manual mode, then push enter, and using this wheel and this plus and minus button here, you can operate them independently of each other, so you can do it manually. Auto hitch height is the last position this was in before you auto leveled. So that you pull up to the campground, you disconnect from your tow vehicle, and then you push auto level, it'll level the trailer, but it remembers that last position that you're in, right? So when you're getting ready to leave, you push auto hitch, and theoretically anyway, you should be able to slide right underneath with your tow vehicle and you're all set. Now if you were to push auto retract, which is different than auto hitch height, if you push auto retract, it'll even retract the front jacks, the landing gear jacks, and it'll sort of nosedive a bit. So, well, not a bit, a lot. Won't hurt anything, but generally speaking, you just use auto hitch height, okay? And let me see here, let me back up. You have your slide outs, which I showed you, and then you have a lighting one on this panel too, where you can handle them all. Now if you go back to, let me see this here, if you go back to home, you can turn on the lights, all the lights. So if you want to turn them off, you see they go off. There you go. Okay, you get the idea. Now, there's also an analog control panel here. If you ever choose to use it, most people use the touch panel for the leveling and that sort of thing. But you can see you got all your lights. You've got your, I told you about the water heater. You got your electric switch. Remember I told you there's a second one outside. Then you got your gas. You can light on gas or electric. Always make sure there's water in the water heater tank before you turn that on, or you can burn out the element really quickly. Your awnings, you got two awnings, your rear and your front awnings, and there's the power to it and light, that sort of thing. You've got all your slide outs right here, right? Because you have a second, let's do it this way. You got a black tank here, which is the one, basically the one in the front bathroom. Right there is the one in the front bathroom. But if you want to check the one in the rear, you just flip this switch, so you can check the rear. Same button, you just have to flip the switch. When it comes to your gray tanks, there, and gray tank 2 is there, and your battery is charged. Okay, so I'm sure you've owned trailers before, so you know this sort of thing. You can make the level alert audible or not audible. If you do it audible, it'll start beeping at you all the time, or a lot of times. So most people just leave it off. Okay, yeah. So that's basically it. That's the analog part of the control panel. Max Air is basically this remote for the vent, the lid and the vent and the speed and all that you can control from down here. Your thermostat, it works like any other thermostat. You just push mode button to light it up, and then you'll keep hitting mode button to scroll through. Right now we're on furnace, of course. Furnace auto. Try to always run into things on auto. If it gives you the option of an auto fan speed, always do that. Okay. Let me lift lift some stuff up here as we go. Now these have a recliner and a footrest. There's your ripcord to lower them again, or upper them, or raise them, I guess. Upper them. It's the first time I've used that term, so if you're going to upper them, that's how you do it. Okay. Obviously these are emergency windows here and here. Now you can convert this to a bed. One of the tables is in the up position right now. The other one is stored. But let me grab it lower here. I'm sorry. Down under here, you can see it. You can store the other one under the other side, of course. Okay, while I'm standing here, this is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector right here. It should always be green. It detects carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas leak. And if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. So here we go. Carbon monoxide, or LP is good. Carbon monoxide coming up. Right, and then LP. I'm sorry, when I said and LP, I meant and low battery alarm. I'm sorry. I think my brain's frozen here. So, and anyway, it returns back to green where it should be. So let me do again. Carbon monoxide buildup, LP gas, and if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you that your front battery is low. Okay? All right. Fireplace. Fireplace, you can change the appearance of the fire. You can change the fan speed. You can set the timer, right? So it'll turn on, let's say you wanted it to turn on 20 minutes before you get up in the morning. You can set it to do that. So, okay. Your sound here, you have Bluetooth on it, so you can stream wirelessly with it. You've got a USB, so you can put all your favorite albums on one USB stick and take them with you. For example, you got AM/FM radio, and this one down here, this HDMI, is an HDMI in. So if you got like a portable Blu-ray player or something, you can go straight into the system right there. Okay. Also, it has two zones, zone 1 and zone 2. Zone 1 is inside the trailer, zone 2 is outside the trailer. Okay, and it's all hooked together with your TV also, of course. Alright, so microwave works like any other microwave. This one is a convection, which is good. Your range here, it's very simple. I mean, let's do this. You push it to a position, then you light it, that's all. So you just push it into, you turn it to the level you want. Most people just turn it to the 9 o'clock position, and then you just push it in. This one here is for your range, or your oven, I'm sorry, which works like any other oven. And then you have lights also. You got ambient lights, as we call the cool blue light. Okay. Refrigerator, make sure you always strap it here so it doesn't come open during travel, because you don't want the doors to get dented, but it's a nice refrigerator. Now this trailer has a inverter, meaning it will take the energy from the batteries, the 12 volt DC, and it'll invert them to 110 AC, and it sends the power right to your refrigerator, right? So that's why you can invert power with it. That's why you've got two batteries. Now if the other side of that is the converter. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's in here. I think. I'm thinking I'm wrong. Let me look around here. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so you have an inverter. This is a converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So you got regular, as long as you're plugged in, you got regular household circuit breakers type circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled like you see at home. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay. If any of these fuses blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic. Also, which is important, they as long as you're plugged in, it'll sense how much energy your batteries up front need, and it'll always keep them charged. Okay. If they're almost charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there. If they're low, it'll send 10 or whatever it needs. Okay. All right. So let me look around a little bit here. Another switch. Okay. Okay, I think that does it in here. So let's go towards the bathroom. I only have like 25 minutes or so to get this video done before it start another file, so I gotta fly with it. Your sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. Of course, this is a GFCI. Remember, all the plugs in the trailer, even the ones on the outside, are wired through a GFCI. So if you're using a coffee pot outside and it pops, you'd set it in here. Okay. Your toilet. I'm sure you know this, but you always have to have chemical and water in the black tank before you start using this, or otherwise the smell will be terrible. So you can step on the pedal. You can see the black tank is directly below. There's no water hooked up right now, so nothing's coming out. But when you get to the campsite, you hook up your water to your power. You dump 1 dose of chemical in there. Step on the pedal until about a gallon of water goes into the tank, and you're all set. Every time you're going to use this after you've dumped the black tank, you got to repeat that procedure. Okay. All right. So you have a wardrobe here and drawers, and then you have it's pre-plumbed for a washer dryer combo. Okay, let me just look under here and see what's under here. Okay, you got a grill and basically a crank. Okay, all right. Also, you can hook your second TV up here. This light here is the signal booster for the digital antenna. You always want it on or you won't get a good picture. So there you go. So, let's go here into the bunk room. It's all basic stuff here. This obviously folds down, right, to a bed. This bottom one will jackknife into a bed also. When you're doing that, you can put this in the up position and lock it up here so it's out of the way. And you also have hookups here, so you got your signal out and your power and a backer plate to put a TV. This is also a table, so this folds up and the leg folds down, so it's a little, table. I was going to tell you what you could do with it. I'm not sure. You can use it for whatever you want. Okay. So that covers all that, and of course the half bath. And it's got a door, so the kids and grandkids, whatever, people can run in this door without tracking through the trailer all the time. The same procedure applies to chemical and water in the toilet, plus there's a separate black tank like I showed you. Okay, and there's your sink obviously. So, okay. Good. So, let me look around a bit here. This one here is going to be, I think here, let me just look here. Yeah, this window back here is your emergency window back for this one, behind the couch. Okay? Okay, well I think that pretty much covers it. You have to turn these chairs sideways before you bring the slide room in. And there are straps, so you can strap it to place if you choose to. Okay? Alright. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I said about inspecting your roof every 90 days. That's important. And right now the trailer is winterized. So it has to be de-winterized before you can use the plumbing. So you do that in the springtime, okay? Thank you.